This could be you on board one of the world's most affordable sailing charters.
Going to Florida.
Day what?
Gonna go buy a boat.
This is the first sunset we're gonna bring in under sail. Tony and Jared, they left.
I just joined the bums here.
What would your days look like if you were living the adventure of your dreams?
We have just explored ancient ruins on the island of Delos. Our location is in the heart of the Greek islands. You are not allowed to anchor in front of Delos overnight, so we are heading just around the corner.
The anchor is not deep. Yeah. The windlass skip the beat.
Got it.
That's the beauty of a big charter boat with the big crew. You can see the girls are down there hanging out with Levy, just having baby time. They don't even know where we're at or what's going on up here, and it's all good, you know? A couple of us guys got it covered, and they can just go on doing whatever they're doing. This would be the first time I've ever actually filmed into the sunlight. I always have done the opposite. I'm still not convinced. What
yeah, well, you need to.
So you need to get
you
closer?
Actually need to, well, the sunlight shouldn't be in the camera. You should need to block it. But
Do I need to zoom in a little more?
Do you see the hairline?
Yeah.
That's a rim light. So
okay.
You actually see, you take yourself out of the background like that. It doesn't always work, but usually if you point the camera towards the sun and then block the sun, you have better light because the shadow gets lit good, and then you get additional hair light. I made two shots. One, him facing into the sun, so you can see shadow on the nose, and he has wrinkles on his eyes because he needs to squinch his eyes looking into the sun. And well, then that's the other one. Now here you can see, well, the black shingies is just like what's overexposed, but that's fine because I don't want to see the sky. But you can see that you have hair light on the side, yeah, and you get nice flares from the sun, and everything's nicely exposed. You look nice because you don't have to squint your eyes. It makes it better.
It is so much better. This is gonna be the most wind that we've had. We're sailing off anchor right now. We're heading to Nexus,
the largest island of the Cyclades, and looking to anchor here.
Sailing off anchor is pretty fun. We're gonna be doing that on Choc Mate.
It's a lot of weather, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we'll bring it in a little.
What's it like compared to steering Choc Mate?
It's way bigger, so it's a lot more stable. We're not bobbing forward and back with the waves. But it's not as responsive. Like with Choc Mate, I feel like she responds like that, especially to the helm. And this boat's just a little bit more delayed. Just made it to Nexus. The sail was really sporty, downwind. I think the most we saw was like 28 knots, and seas were over a meter. Not 100% sure how much, but just really close together and choppy, so that was pretty fun. We reefed down almost immediately, so we had, you know, big reef sail the whole time, but it was fun. Nobody really threw up, so that was positive. And now we're here and we can get water and food and explore a little bit more of a civilized island.
I anchored uncomfortably close to Fair Isle. I think we're gonna pick it up and move it a little further over because we are way too close.
Giving our friends on Fair Isle a little bit of a scare, I think.
We gave our friends on Fair Isle plenty of space on our second attempt. With just one dinghy, Andy made multiple trips to get us all on land for some exploration. Just up from the dinghy dock is a huge marble gate and the single remaining part of an unfinished Temple of Apollo of 530 BC. I was always spying on Alex from the YouTube channel See the Little Things, taking notes on what he filmed and how he went about it. This move I call Crouching Tiger, Sneaking Dragon.
We went to go see the old fort. I'm not 100% sure how to get there, but it is on top. So we reckon as long as we keep walking uphill, we'll get there eventually.
Levy and I are on the same page.
Totally.
I feel like I'm walking around just like you.
You get along well.
What is going on?
Yeah. What is this all?
What is happening?
It's big eyes.
What's
surprise.
happening, Levy? Where are you? I don't know. I don't know either.
See, he likes you.
So you have color contrast and the sun behind him?
Cat. Thank you.
This move is the Look at Me machine gun.
I've spotted something old. Look here.
I have no idea which way to go.
But we made it, kinda.
I don't know what we're looking for either.
I thought we were looking.
Herbie drops knowledge wherever he goes.
These are old Greek rocks. They're very old.
Plaster with plastic mesh in it, so we're thinking this is new construction here. However, this building over here, I think, is actually an old school one. Is this one like 1200? Is that what it said on there?
1207.
1207.
Which BC or AD?
1207 AD.
80. Okay,
that's
so
a
it's
young building.
still a young sprout
Yeah.
of the city.
It's the central edifice of the castle.
Maddie's really super excited about old buildings and streets, but pretty much the rest of us are like, wow, this looks really cool and really old.
Well, my thought is,
and that's all we got.
Poorly built, and yet it survived
it's
for
there.
so long. Like you see, like so many
That's
like
true.
old
Yeah,
stone
yeah.
structures. It's like well-cut stones put together properly.
Right, there's a little there's some well-cut stones put together properly.
Yeah. And the rest is just like
Wow, it's old, or like Herbie
poor
said.
care. Poor care.
And then you're like, okay,
No, just pile them
don't really know what else to do with, you know.
It just looks
Keep
cute.
walking.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really
it looks
cool that
very cute.
it's kind of like, hey, we were there.
Yeah.
We saw that building once. Wow, Mandy can read the letters but doesn't know what it means, but I bet I can interpret it.
Prosoche equinos.
Brosoke equinos.
Yeah.
Beware of dog.
We're gonna teach Levi how to do, answer you then.
In the whistle?
Yeah. Because I can't do it, so he has to do it.
We've located Steve and Judy from Fair Isle here in Naxos, and it's just before dinner time.
We ate at a restaurant called Moro, and you will soon get my official review. If you ever find yourself in Naxos, make sure you go to Paros. That restaurant was amazing. The prices were great, the food was great, the service was great. There was like 13 of us, and we all wanted to pay separately, and the bill was kind of confusing, but wow, they made it super easy. Everything was amazing about this place. This is where you gotta go. So we were talking about camera envy. I was like, wow, look at Alex's insane camera. Then you got this beast.
Ours looks so tiny now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now look at Alex's. Let's see it.
Oh, mama.
Nice.
We just did an amazing interview. There's 5 YouTube channels and a podcast here. So, quick question, Judy, where are they going to be able to find this interview that was just conducted here?
It'll be on our channel, Sailing Fair Isle, just as soon as we've got around to editing it, which will be in a couple of weeks.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Check it out. We'll put a link
And
in
it
the
was
description
great.
below.
And you're a star, Joel. and Michael. They were great.
Cheers.
Oh,
Love that.
thank you.
Such
Thank
good
you.
sport, honestly.
This is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Such good
it was
sport.
the most professional interview that I've ever been a part of, and Michael and I did get roasted a little bit. And
But you were good sports about it.
yeah, that's our thing, you know.
It's bright and early the next day, and we are off to see one last island. This is the first time we have beat Fair Isle to pulling anchor. It is a short hop from Naxos to Paros. Historically, Paros was known for its white marble, but now is primarily known as a popular tourist spot.
Yeah,
You guys,
we have any.
you guys can see the little thing?
We can see the little.
Yeah.
I think it's recording or no?
No, you have to push that. It will give you a timer.
So we saw Sailing Fair Isle pull out behind us with his head sail, and we're like, well, we can't let him pass us, so now we're gonna pull out all the sails.
Fair Isle took this crazy cut while we went out and around. And of course, they were there waiting for us.
I got it on photo, I need to get it on.
This is the perfect location to play with the drone. Getting sailing footage from land is much less stressful than taking off from the boat. And a nice campfire to end the night. Well, for some of us.
Oh wow, look at that lobster.
Ooh, delicious. So Josh has proven that he can make friends anywhere, and that is why we're here right now. We went all the way across the
I know
harbor
his boat name, I'll look it up.
for chicken souvlaki because a local told Josh this is what you gotta do.
Camera, I don't know.
Somehow they talked me into coming, and here we are. This is the late night crew. Michael's asleep. This is the night for the ragers.
Josh took the paddleboard across while we jumped in the dinghy. He filmed everything, and I look forward to that What Happened in Paros episode. We took the boat over in the morning for one last breakfast before it was time to return back to Syros.
Well, the magical week of sailing in Greece is coming to an end. Today is our last sail. We're headed from Paros back to Syros, where we got the boat, so we're returning it. So one thing about Herbie that is really amazing is when he checks the weather, he steps outside to do so. For us, checking the weather is like bringing up a phone and checking predict wind or windy. So, and he's the captain of our vessel. So I just wanted to find out what you saw today when you checked the weather before our passage.
Yeah, so right now there's a low coming in, and just based on the cloud formations coming in, they're like long, thin, kind of upper level flat clouds, and they're coming in a streak. And the center of the low is like to our left, which means, or to our right, which means that we're gonna have a downwind passage, and the wind will slowly go building over like the next few days.
I feel like we have formed some lasting connections and friendships with each of our peers in this crazy sailing, YouTubing industry, and it's going to be sad to say goodbye. Are you feeling sad?
A little bit. Today is just so cool because it's
Joel didn't listen to the
I was just about to. But you can show me.
Yeah, so this two business is not how we were taught. Like in the States, we do just one, and you like you hold the bitter end, the standing part, and you fling the whole thing. But this, like the 2 arms, I'm like, that is good.
Well, especially because if you do that, you have not all the weight in one, right? So
Yeah.
It's way easier to throw a small one and the other one will come with it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
So this is the one to throw here.
Yeah, so we take it like this.
The bitter end you throw harder.
Yes.
Yeah, so you throw this one
this
first.
really hard, and this you kind of slower, and then the whole thing goes out,
Cool.
and it can't get tangled that fast either.
Cool. Bush of Select, we're about to do med mooring. We have a couple experienced med moorers on here. So Herbie's read this in a book, so we're gonna see how effective book learning is. He's actually never tried it, but he really wants to try it. And I've got a line, so I'm gonna be a line thrower. Alex, Mandy, and Andy are the pros here that are guiding us since they've done this before. And we're coming in now. I think Herbie's amped up a little bit. What do you think?
So that way I don't.
All right, I'm gonna get my line
Yeah, I know.
and get ready.
It's like.
I've got one job to do.
You have one job, Joel.
Ready for the signal.
Soon, very soon.
Depth?
Not yet.
What's the depth?
What's the depth? 7.3.
Right now.
Now.
Now, drop it.
Or yes.
Now. 7 meters.
Pull it quick. Push it. Push it.
Yep.
Keep it in gear.
Thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfectly executed.
Herbie killed it. Well done, Herbie. Looks like book learning does work.
Thank you for joining us on this charter experience. We made lifelong friends, gained new perspectives on sailing, YouTube, and the world. The Sail with George charter is unique in that you can book individual berths, making it affordable and allowing you to meet others in such a special way.
These are the tales of BOAB.
BOAB, baby, where BOAB, baby, where BOAB.